Ciao, I'm Tony Nasello and welcome to Home with the Lost Italian. Today we're going to make a sun-dried tomato crostini. I love to use sun-dried tomatoes, especially in the wintertime, because fresh tomatoes are not in season. But to capture that summer taste, that intense flavor of the tomato, nothing is better than using sun-dried tomatoes. So the pesto, and what I always tell people, how do you remember how to make a pesto? You spell pesto P-E-S-T-O. It's got 5 letters. And it's the same amount of ingredients to make up a recipe of pesto. So we have sun-dried tomatoes, we have Parmesan cheese, we have pine nuts, extra virgin olive oil, and garlic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like the word pesto. We have all our ingredients. Now it's time to assemble and make the pesto. What we're going to use to do that is a food processor, and I have this beautiful red one that belongs to my wife, and thank you for letting me use that today, Sarah. And all we simply do is put everything right into this food processor. Right, so first we're going to start off with the sun-dried tomatoes, and then we're going to add our pine nuts, our garlic. I have some minced garlic here, and then we're going to add our Parmesan cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano. So what we're going to do is put the lid on top of our food processor, and we're going to pulse this before we add our extra virgin olive oil. Okay? So we're going to pulse a couple of times. And then we're going to leave it on so everything gets blended. And then the last thing we want to introduce is the extra virgin olive oil. And then we'll slowly pour in the olive oil, just like that. And we'll turn that off. We'll open it up and see. Mamma mia, look how beautiful that is. It's coming together just perfectly. The last thing we need to do, like when we're cooking, we always need to season our food. So a pinch of kosher salt, and the same for crushed black pepper. And then we'll put the lid back on and pulse it one more time. And we'll turn it off. Now it's time to assemble, make the sun-dried tomato crostini. So what's the difference between a bruschetta and a crostini? A bruschetta, and it's pronounced bruschetta, not bruschetta, but that's okay. Bruschetta in Italian means to burn. Bruciare, that's where bruschetta comes from. So when they put the bread on the grill, the edges start to burn. Crostini means to toast, like a crouton that you use for a Caesar salad. So what we're doing is we're going to make a crostini. This time of the year, it's winter time. This is a nice way to have the crunchy bread that you're looking for without having to use a grill outside in the weather. We can do this right inside in our kitchen, simply with a sauté pan. I have a French baguette, or you can also use some dinner rolls. What I'm going to use to make the cuts is a serrated edge for my knife. And what I'm going to do is take my serrated edge and just cut right through, just like that. And I'm going to make my slices about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch in thickness, just like that. If you want to use the baguette, same thing. Just use your serrated edge. If you like to get more space, more diameter with your bread, just use your knife again, on an angle this time, cutting. And now you see we have created a bigger surface to work with in our crostini. So what we want to do, we're going to turn our heat on and get the sauté pan nice and hot to toast our bread. So I'm going to take the dinner roll and I'm going to add a little olive oil on both sides, just like that. And we're going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper on top. Again, I like to season the bread. And then right into the pan, the hot pan like that. Okay, let's check our crostini. Flip it over and see how it's getting nice and toasted on the edges. And then we'll put the baguette inside. And another one just like that. And it's getting nice and toasted with the extra virgin olive oil and a little bit of salt and pepper. And this is exactly what we're looking for, nice and toasted to create the crostini, the toasted bread. Fresh mozzarella cheese, usually packed in water, so it's very fresh, very tender. And when we want to cut the mozzarella cheese, we want to use a straight edge again, and we just want to press through the cheese so it doesn't tear, because it's very, very delicate. So all you have to do, very easy. First we're going to put the mozzarella cheese on the crostini bread. And then we're going to take some of our fresh basilico, fresh basil. Smells wonderful. We'll put that right against the mozzarella cheese. And then we're going to take some of our sun-dried tomato pesto and just right on top like that. And some more of the pesto right on top, just like that. And then again on a nice plate, nice white plate to showcase the colors. White, green, and red, Italian flag. And then we're just going to drizzle a little more extra virgin olive oil on top, just to garnish. And there you have it. The sun-dried tomato crostini, showcasing the sun-dried tomato pesto and the colors of the Italian flag. Mamma mia, this is so fantastic. All right, let's take a bite. So delicious. The sun-dried tomato, the mozzarella, the fresh basil, and the crostini for the added crunch at the very end is perfect. Delicious. Thank you for watching. My name is Tony Nasello, and we'll see you next time here, home with the Lost Italian.